So there is a workaround that I've had to do in the past with PowerApps, and I think it's a bug within that error message that came up. I couldn't find anything on the internet of where other people were experiencing the same problem based on which was the text that showed up. I found some situations where some code isn't being run, some code is being ignored when you have a block of imperative code. What I found with a big block of imperative code, and I'm not necessarily calling your code here for the move forward, move back icons. I wouldn't say that's terribly long, but each of them have 5 steps. And I didn't include the setting of the spinner on and off. I took the code, okay, this back button, let me go back. I'll show you what I did. I've noticed that PowerApps sometimes has a problem with multiple lines of code. And in that case, what I do is I put the code that's messing up inside of a button, like this 0-1 button. Okay. So I've got call 1 through 5. Boom. It will call all. Let me show you what this button does. It just calls the select. It's invoking the OnSelect property of each of those buttons. Okay. And then I put one line of code in each of these 5 buttons. Okay. So if we go up to this back button, what we have, I called it 0-1 through 5. And I didn't mess with the var show spinner. I can't imagine that would have anything to do with anything, but anyhow. And then I've got all of these set up to do all the code that was in this icon. And then this button calls 1 through 5. And so if I run this, I cannot, whoops, I clicked on the back. And that error would happen very easily for me. If I just click back and then forward and then back, it's like the switching of it was causing. But anyway, instead of clicking on those buttons, those icons, if I click on these buttons, now I'm not expecting your user to click on these buttons. I could just move forward, move forward, move forward. And you see it's like selecting all 5 of those. Do you see that? Okay. I can't get it to crash. Isn't that weird? So it's doing all the same code. I copied and pasted it in there, and it's working fine. I had labels out here showing the different values of the variables and stuff, but now this is in a container, so we could just make the container invisible, so you don't have to see it. And then, like, if you're wanting to debug stuff, what you can do is go in and make this container visible so you can do some more troubleshooting, perhaps. So what I'm going to suggest that we do, the name of this one, I'm going to call it button go previous. And then this one over here is going to be button go forward. Okay. So for this icon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to comment out everything here that's in those other buttons. Okay. And now I'm going to say select. Okay. I should do this. No, I'm about to test it. Maybe this it's the showing and hiding in the spinners caused a problem for some reason. I don't know why it would, but all right. So I'm going to use this button here. Go into this icon. I'll say select. Go forward. Okay. All right, here we go. Here's the moment of truth. Next. Forward. Back. I think it works.